Glory be to Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Reverend Fathers, Lord Deacons, Seminarians, my dear fellow MGOCSM members, and senior friends. This is one of the unique activities of the MGOCSM of North America. This is the 11th leadership camp we are conducting, and somehow it has created its own history. Creating leaders, it has become very instrumental in developing the units all over the continent, I would say, not just US. And so now the MGOCSM of the whole church is looking at our activities and see how this immigrant MGOCSM group has developed itself. And we can all be proud of what we have achieved. It does not mean that, okay, we can be proud and we can be complacent. No, it calls for further action, further activities, and further development. This year, the committee has selected the theme Beyond Borders. In a way, as Vijay Samasan has pointed out, we have crossed several borders to reach here. Reach a place, the nearest MGOCSM unit is 3 hours away. And we were discussing on the right here saying that it shouldn't be BLC, it should be FLC. Because it's not in Baltimore, or we should have rephrased it into MLC or like Maryland Leadership Camp. But whatever it is, we are happy to be here, though a little bit late, and it's symbolic that we decided to go out of our comfort zone to have this conference. When we think of borders, we usually tend to think that this is a given thing. It is a permanent thing. And now in the news we always hear about illegal immigrants crossing borders, how it should be prevented, how to protect our borders as a nation. But when you look at it, we also have to remember these borders are created by us. It's transient and human creation. Just look back into the history of this country or this continent. The borders were totally different before the Europeans came in. Or look at in India what we call one nation. It was 600 princely states before the British came in. Or what is becoming something like a country in Europe as EU, it was totally different. So this reminds us about the transient and temporary nature of borders. But at the same time, the borders serve some purpose, give us some temporary sense of security, what it is. But that security or temporary sense of security shouldn't be sort of debilitating and makes us incompetent. So as we think about this theme, you have great speakers to explore the subject. you have different groups to interact with, but within the whole process, I hope during these next couple of days, you will be able to think about the borders that are limiting you and how to overcome those borders. Because unless and until we overcome those borders which we ourselves have created, we will be very limited. We will not be able to function fully as a child of God created in the image of God. So it is my prayer and hope and wish that this conference will enable you to think about crossing the borders and enable you to cross the comfortable borders which we have set ourselves. And with these words, I declare this conference inaugurated. May God bless us all. Thank you.